This is one I don't think we covered, but it makes sense. This is our 0 mark. Let's get the point 7, -9, that's the first point. The second point is 4, -3. So I need to find the distance between these 2 points. The way these are set up is you need to find this. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a triangle, really. What's the distance from here to here? Well, that's no more than the difference in the x values. 3, right? Because that's the x distance. Which means the distance in these two, from here to here, is the distance, I'll put them up here, distance in the y values. -9 minus -3, which is -9 plus 3, which is -6. Well, this is the reason why it looks negative, because we're actually traveling down. I'll keep it -6. So we went from this point to this point. We've gone down 6 and +3. In order to find the distance, this is the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're only in a right triangle. The length of the plus the length of the second leg squared equals the length of the hypotenuse squared. We are looking for the hypotenuse. So the length of the first leg, could be either one, is 3 squared, plus the length of the second leg is -6 squared equals c squared. 3 squared is 9. You have to do exponents first. -6 squared is 36 equals c squared. When we add these two together, we get 45 equals c squared. To solve for this, we use the square root property. Take the square root of both sides. We get c is the square root of 45. We need to check by factoring 45 if that's simplified. Nope. 9 and 5. There's your pair of 3's. We recognize 9 as a perfect square, which is 3 times 3. Square root of 3 times 3 times 5 comes outside. 3 square root of 5 equals c. That's it. Use the Pythagorean theorem to find the exact length of side B in the figure. So here, a squared plus b squared equals c squared because it's in a 90-degree angle. So we'll just move down here. This is only for right triangles. A squared is 16 squared. B, I don't know what b is, so we're going to solve it like that. And c is 19 squared. So 16 squared, I didn't do 16 squared. I need to solve for b squared equals 19 squared minus 16 squared. And when you do that, you take the square of 19. Which is 361. And the square of 16. Which is 256. Take the difference of those two. See, you don't need a calculator. 360, if I get it right. 361 minus 256. You get 105. So that's b squared. So b must equal the square root of 105. One thing I need to point out here, this is really plus or minus, but we're talking about distance. So we're going to be omitting the negative portion of it. since it's a length. Lengths are only positive. So let's factor 105. Put it over here. I see a 5 goes into that. And 21. 21 is 7 and 3. And those are all prime. And I do not have any perfect squares in that. So my answer is the square root of 105. When you see a large number under the square root, try factoring it to see what it's made of.